Well, thank you and good afternoon. To the President and the First Lady, to leaders in faith and in public life, to all our distinguished guests, it is an honor for Karen and me to be here with all of you at the White House as we mark one more National Day of Prayer. You know, for our family, prayer has always been an important part of our lives, just as it has for millions of Americans. Karen and I will both attest that the sweetest words that we ever hear are when people will take a moment, walk up, and say, "I'm praying for you." And you know they mean it from their hearts. And we hear it all the time. We can attest firsthand. America is a nation of prayer. The American people have long believed in the power of prayer, that the effective and fervent prayer of a righteous person availeth much, and that in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving we're to present our requests to God, with the promise that the peace of God that passes all understanding will guard our hearts and our minds in Christ Jesus. Prayer is the cord that runs through every era of American history as well. In 1775, the Second Continental Congress established a day of fasting and prayer. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln urged Americans to pray so that, in his words, the united cry of the nation would be heard on high and answered with a blessing. And since 1952, every president has issued a proclamation in honor of the National Day of Prayer. And today, President Donald Trump continues that tradition here in the Rose Garden. And as we gather here, I know we all feel that it's especially fitting that we do so this year and during this time. In these times of heartache for tens of thousands of American families and hardship for tens of millions, now more than ever, it's important that we take time to pause and pray for America. And on behalf of my wife, Karen, and I, let me say how grateful we are that the President and the First Lady